How's it going, everybody? It's Dean here from Our Gaming, and this is the first time that we're able to draft the new Ikoria set. Really excited about jumping in. So we're going to start off with a Premier draft. They've changed the way that you can draft. Obviously now we've got human drafting. You can stick with the 7 wins, or there's the option to go back to the traditional draft. You play 3 games regardless with this draft, and the entries, the rewards rather, are a little bit steeper than before. In terms of the entry fee for the Premier draft, so which is the kind of 7 games, or until you lose 3 games, entry fee's gone up. I don't know if this is going to stick around for in terms of the ranked, but this is where we are now. But you are getting slightly better rewards in terms of what's available after the draft. So we're going to stick with this for the time being. We've got a couple of free drafts which we're going to be playing today. It's going to be quite a long stream, so sit back and get ready, and let's jump in for our first ever Ikoria draft. Okay, do you get a reward for just play it? Mecha Godzilla. Nice. Okay, so I think it said the waiting time's looking at about a minute, which isn't too long at all to wait, right? We're very much happy to wait a minute. And the seat's filling up pretty quickly. And one more. Boom, let's go. Okay, so we've got a minute for our first pick. Now, I've not really engaged too much with the cards, so hopefully we're going to be able to do this with limited trouble. So, Lavabrink Venturer. As Lavabrink Venturer enters the battlefield, choose odd or even. It has protection from each converted mana cost of the chosen value. That's nice, that's nice. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn, okay. Flame Spill, 4 damage to target creature. Reptilian Reflection. Rumbling Rockslide, that's supposed to be a really decent card, isn't it? Cathartic Reunion. Discard 2 cards, draw 3. Corpse's Churn. Mind. Okay, the Boar. Naturist. Okay, let's go for the rare. So we can 1 click to reserve and then double click to pick. There's also an Evolving Wilds, which is nice. Okay. What do we get in our second pack? Rooting Mallow. When it enters the battlefield, exile target card with cycling ability from your graveyard. Ooh, you may play that card. Nice. Mystic Subdual. Flash, lose all abilities. Human Scout. At the beginning of your end step, you gain 1 life. Each creature you control. It's got Vigilance as well. That's nice. If you cycle another card, you gain 1 life. Well, ambushed. 2 card target creatures. Suffocating Fumes looks nice. Depends on the deck though, I guess. Collider Bug. Blitz Leech. Flash enters battlefield. It's -2/- till the turn of turn. Remove all counters from that creature. Wow. Expensive though, right? Keep safe. Counter target spell. Rumbling Rockslide again. Survival Bond. Return target human card of the graveyard to your hand. That's nice. And we're going to go with Rockslide. We've seen in some of the drafts how good this card is. Okay, now what else do we get? So Divine Arrow is a nice little instant card. Forbidden Friendship. Create a 1/1 red dinosaur creature token with haste and a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Essence Symbiote. Whenever a creature you control mutates, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. You gain 2 life. Okay, Wilt. Destroy target artifact enchantment. Interesting. Enchant Land has tap. Creature gains haste until the end of turn. That could be quite nice, right? That could be very nice. Divine Arrow. Light of Hope. You gain 4 life, destroy enchantment, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Okay. I think what I'm going to go for here is possibly the Footfall Crater. Coordinated Charge. Now that's a nice little piece of interaction. Creatures you control get +2/+1 till the end of turn. So especially in a quite a go wide deck. What have we got? Garrison Cat. When it dies, create a 1/1 white human soldier token. Okay. Blazing Volley. Now Deadweight is very good, isn't it? I do like Deadweight as a card. Interesting. Very good. It's very good removal. But let's go with Coordinated Charge for now. Oh. Deals X damage to any target and you gain X life, where X is the number of cards with a cycling ability in your graveyard. Okay, so we don't have that. Oh, we have one. So it is coming. It is coming. Raking Claws. Target creature gains double strike until the end of turn. That's instant speed as well. That is nice. Okay. Pouncing Shore Shark. Suffocating Fumes. Evolving Wilds. Let's go with the Zenith Flare. Could be quite impactful, but we'll see. We'll see if we get there, of course. Okay, so another Rock Slide. I mean, I know it's sorcery speed, but deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control. So make sure we haven't missed anything obvious. So Escape Protocol. Whenever you cycle a card, you may pay 1. When you do, exile target artifact or creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So it needs to have lots of good enter the battlefield abilities, right? Polywog Symbiote. Each creature spell casts 1 less to cast it has Mutate. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if it has Mutate, draw a card. That looks really powerful, actually. That's nice just to sit on the battlefield. I'm going to get Rock Slide, though. Okay. Whenever you cycle another card for the first time, you create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Has cycling. When it's battlefield, create a 1/1 human soldier token. A second Polywog Symbiote. Maybe no one's in this blue colour. I think it's a little bit too late for us just to kind of venture in now. Oh, Prickly Marmoset. First strike. Whenever you cycle a card, it gets +2. I mean, that looks nice. Good stats as well. I think we're going to go for this. Nice noise. Right, so we are getting some red. So we get the double strike. Pyroceratops. Trample. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. Okay. Target creature you control fights. Target creature you don't control has cycling as well. Could be good. It is fights though. Mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, you may draw a card. If you do, draw. Oh, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. That looks good. I mean, I know we have got some humans, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Not the be-all and end-all at all. Ooh, that's nice. Adaptation enters the battlefield with 3 1/1 tokens on it. And it's got flash as well. Cathartic Reunion. I think we go for an Evolving Wilds here. Just to have it. And then we've got lots of blue coming round. Okay, we're gonna take the uncommons just to start building those up in our the Escape Protocol. Nothing came round of that. 1/1 dinosaur creature with haste. Now, I don't know if this is going to be. I mean, it could be like a trick. I mean, I'm going to take it actually. I think it could come in. It's certainly not a card I'm too acquainted with. So, now we're on the wait. I've missed this from MTGO. This is nice to mutate on if you've got something with that gives it flying or something. Nice. Oh, Dark Bargain's back. Excellent. I like that card. Cathartic Reunion. I mean, it is a draw spell, but yikes! Discard 2 cards. I'm not about that life. And Gust of Wind. Okay. Ooh, what do we have here? You may play additional land on your turn. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards. At the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. Yeah. Not entirely sure that's for me. Wolf Bear. Whenever it attacks, you may change base power and toughness. Nice. Tranif Stinger. Whenever you cycle another card, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Interesting. Windscarred Crag. Ram Through's decent. I feel like I'm missing a trick here. Is this going to be good? I feel it could be. I might get it. Instant speed. Oh, wow. Genesis Ultimatum. Frenzied Raptor. Bastion of Remembrance. Enters the battlefield. Create a 1/1 white human soldier token. Dwarf Dweller. Decent splashing. It does cycle. Are we looking to splash though? That's the question, right? Gains double strike until the end of turn. I mean, that could come in. Okay, I'm gonna take it. It does have cycle as well. Creatures you control with trample you may have this creature assign combat damage as though it weren't blocked. Nice. I mean, I can play that. Of course I can. I don't have to pay the any green for it. Whenever Sergeant attacks, other humans you control get +1. Nice. So we do feel like we've fallen into this human deck, but there is a cycling element as well. Creatures you control have trample. I think I'm in for a bit of that, in all honesty. Third one of these. Are they going to be that good? Maybe. Okay, let's go for this. Beautiful. Okay, Starix. Mutate. Mutates exile. Cosmos to be library. Oh, wow. Checkpoint Officer. Tap ability. Now we've seen these tap abilities actually come in. Sleeper Dart. Enters the battlefield. Draw a card. So it's a replacement. And what else did it do? Sacrifice it. Target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next. I might actually take this, you know. Something a little bit different. We have got the ability to splash. We've got the Evolving Wilds. Okay. Hey, Jeffrey. How's it going, my friend? Blister Split Gremlin deals 1 damage to each opponent. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, untap it. That could be quite nice. An additional cost to cast this. Tap an untapped creature you control. Okay. Exile target creature. Put a 1/1. Oh wow, that looks very powerful. Let's take that. We're just trying to. Yeah, man, just started. We're just in the second pack. It's going to be a steep learning curve. There's so many new cards and mechanics to kind of master, but we'll get there, I'm sure. It has double strike as long as there are 3 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard. Okay, that's achievable. What about this flyer though? Creatures you control with flying have spells your opponent casts to cost this. Okay. I mean, it's a human card. It's in the color white. I think we can have this. I think that's perfectly fine. We're causing a little bit of a. Right, let's take this. Hey, Wayne, how's it going, mate? Enter battlefield, create a 1/1 human. So that's nice. And this is a 3/3 as well, which is decent. I mean, realistically, what else are we having? Whenever you cycle another card, it deals 1 damage, and that has got cycling itself. So that's decent. But I think we just need the pure. I think we just need the pure stats. So let's go for the Day Squad Marshal. Okay, so Survey Sabertooth. What about this one? Ferocious Tigerilla. Enters the battlefield with a choice of trample counter or menace counter. Now that looks decent. Yeah, so what I've essentially done is I've not looked at any of the spoilers. I've just kind of come straight into it. I mean, I've obviously looked at a few games, but I don't know what's supposed to be good. I don't know what's supposed to be bad. And the difference is here, guys, is that we're drafting with real people instead of bots. So we kind of have to wait for them to make their choices, and we get past packs. So yeah, it's all very different. Farfinder, 3 mana, vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Now that seems good. I mean, that just gets cards out of our library, which is definitely what we want. And there's another one of the stingers. But yeah, let's go for that. Another Evolving Wilds, Tranquil Cove. I mean, I'm going to take the Cove because blue is a colour that we might look to splash. If we get the right thing though, if we get the right card. Gust of Wind. Return target non-land permanent you don't control to its owner's hand, draw a card. Meh. I mean, yeah. So, Thieving Otter, Memory League. Oh, I hate Memory League. So let's take the Sergeant. So we've got a very strong. Well, I say very strong. It looks decent. White-red deck. We don't know kind of what it does, but we'll soon find out. Lots of cycling abilities, which means we should be able to go through our deck quite quickly, get to those cards which we want the most. Cathartic Reunion again doesn't look like it's going to be too good. I mean, you have to discard 2 cards just to draw 3. Raking Claws, that's a double strike one, isn't it? Okay. And Dismal Blackwater. So, okay. Now what do we have here? Labyrinth Raptor. Whenever a creature you control with Menace becomes blocked, defending player sacrifices a creature blocking it. Now that looks very, very interesting. It's black though. We don't have black. We can splash it though. But what's this? First Strike has cycling. Whenever you cycle it, put a first strike counter on target creature. I mean, that looks like a nice finisher, and it's something we can play in the early game if we just cycle it out. So I think I'm going to take this. Okay, what else? What have we got now? So, Shredded Sails. Destroy artifact. Deals 4 damage to target creature with flying. Cycles. A 1/4 Vigilance. Meh. Checkpoint Officer, another tap. Now, none of these are really kind of jumping out at me. Mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Now, that looks extremely powerful. Okay. Another Deadweight. We could have had some decent black cards. Okay, Excavation Mole. Okay, so there's nothing excessively like we want here. We're gonna take this creature, but we might not play it. Okay, Huntmaster Liger. So it mutates. Whenever this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +X until the end of turn, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Now that looks decent. Even on its own, it looks good. Springjaw Trap. Deals 3 damage to any target. It flashes in. That's nice. Nice card. But we're going to take the Liger here. Sanctuary Lockdown. Humans you control get +1/+1. Tap 2 untapped humans. Tap target creature and opponent controls. Okay. Target creature fights another creature. Wolverine has double strike as long as they're 3 or more instant or sorcery cards, which I think they will be. Gremlin deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay. I think we've got quite a lot of humans. So I'm going to take the Sanctuary Lockdown. Hopefully that will come in for us. We can splash black. So that would have been nice with the rare in the pack. But I think we got a decent card anyway. Whenever you cycle another card, you gain 1 life. Blade Banish. Exile target creature with power 4 or greater. Now there are going to be lots of those. But this is 4 mana. So it is expensive. Ferocious Tigerilla again. Enters the battlefield with your choice. I think I might just pick a second one of these up. It looks like a very kind of substantial card. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Ooh. Target player gains 5 life. Inspired Ultimatum deals 5 damage to any target. Then you draw 5 cards. I mean, I'm not sure what the reviews say about this card. Addition, tapping on target creature, exile target. So there's another one of the Swallow Hole. Exile target tap creature. I mean, it looks good. It looks good. I'm going to take it. We might try and shoehorn it in, but we probably shouldn't. I mean, we can technically splash blue. We have got the ability to do that. But I don't know whether it's going to be powerful enough. Did I put it in the sideboard? Was it Inspired Ultimatum? Okay, so we've got another Zenith Flare. Number of cycling. I mean, we do have lots of cycling now, right? We have 1, 2. Well, I thought we did. 3, 4. So we have 4. I mean, I'm going to take it anyway. Only just need to be careful about that. Whenever you cycle a card, tap target creature and opponent controls. Now the imposing Vantasaur. Again, looking at top end, but also with cycling ability. So let's grab that. So one thing if you are trying to make a cycling heavy deck is you want cards that are going to be useful in the end game, but you can also afford to get rid of in the early game. And I mean, we have got a few decent cards that can do a job for us. Nothing which we're picking up here. So let's grab the uncommon. And yeah, we'll see how the deck looks together. But shredded sails. I mean, we're gonna take this. We're possibly not gonna play it though, right? Shredded sails. Okay, we've nearly got our first deck, which is good. The Gremlin, we've got lots of early game. Forbidden Friendship. I think we're going to go for the Wolverine now. I thought we already picked one, but we didn't. Blazing Volley, I guess. Picks go pretty quick when you get to the end. And another Prickly Marmoset. So that's the second one we've got. Great noise. Right. Let's have a quick gander. See what. And then we get unlimited time to put our deck together because we're not playing Ultimatum. Because we're not playing against the people we drafted about with. I don't think anyway. Just having a quick look to see kind of how this card sits. Let's have a look. Okay. So it's certainly not skyrocketed. I mean, on the premise of things, it looks good, but I think we can just focus instead on building a very kind of cohesive deck and ignoring things like this, just ignoring those kind of fancy cards for the time being. So we need to get rid of non-creature spells. I think this is nice because it can mean that some of our bigger creatures can just start to get in. Swallow Whole, I think, is a good removal spell. Light of Hope perhaps is something we can get rid of. Okay. Raking Claws. I mean, we didn't get any early drops. I thought we did, but apparently not. Cycling. Sleeper Dart. Sleeper Dart's possibly something we can get rid of as well. So we've got some early game. But it looks like, the way I've drafted it, we only really start off with kind of the 3 drops, which isn't ideal for us in all honesty. But that's fine. We can possibly get away with it this time. Wolverine, Monkey, Dinosaur, Human, Marshall, so that's a human, lots of cats. So we have got a few humans, but we're not really there, are we? So I think we can get rid of, what was it, the Lockdown. That puts us at 9 creature spells. This is our top game, so we're really kind of relying on this Smasher to get the job done. But we do have the Coordinated Charge, which we don't really want to cycle. It can get in for quite a big hit. And we've also got the Cloud Piercer as well, which we can mutate onto a colour. So another card, sorry. Whenever this creature mutates, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. So that would be nice to kind of mutate onto a flyer such as this. Okay. Maybe we get rid of one of these. And do we get rid of something else? I think we do. Maybe just another one of these Zenith Flares, perhaps. Yeah. Although it can be a really nice removal spell. Where X is number of cards with cycling ability in your graveyard. No, I think we just keep it at 1 for now. So this is it. We've kind of got 40 cards. 16 creatures, 7 non-creatures. It's definitely not the best deck we're going to be drafting in this format, but I think just for us to kind of get used to the mechanics, it's not too bad. What are we gonna do? We're probably just gonna call it 3 for 3. You know, we don't expect it to be groundbreaking at all, but let's jump in. Do we actually keep the Evolving Wilds? Now that's an interesting one because it doesn't cycle, but it can help us get cards out of the deck. Yeah, I think we'll keep it in. It would obviously be better if we were playing something like the Inspired Ultimatum. But yeah. I mean, it is nice for the card draw, but other than that, I think it's a little bit too slow, a little bit too clunky to play. Just double check that we're not playing anything like this, are we? Okay, so I'll keep it in just so we can go through our deck a little bit cleaner. And yeah, let's jump into the games. I'm excited to lose these first 3, get them out of the way. Beautiful. I think the starting rear we had, although it had the potential to work quite well, I think it's quite weak. Definitely quite weak. Especially just because it doesn't seem to link well with the rest of the cards that we've got. I think it's one of those ones that could be quite good when it's in the constructed format. Wow, look at this. I mean, yeah. Not ideal for us. I think what I'm going to do is actually get rid of the Sanctuary Smasher for now. Let's play these out. Okay, this cycles for 1, so we might actually go ahead and do that. We can do it at instant speed though, so we'll pass the turn. We'll put a stop on our opponent's end step. I think we can do it at instant speed. Yeah, so this is that card that we looked at from our opponent. So each creature spell you cast costs 1 less to cast if it has mutate. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if it has mutate, draw a card, discard a card. I mean, that could escalate and get out of hand really quickly. Okay, my turn. Oh. Getting these mountains. So we're going to have to pass that. Rumbling Rockslide can actually deal with this next turn should we choose it to. But we could just get a big... Let's have a look. What are we doing here? We're mutating. Okay, so we're making it into a 4-mana creature. I think we just kill that next turn. Whenever creature mutates, search your line for a basic land card. Yeah. I think we have to get rid of this, right? So Oppo gets in for 3 here. A second Rumbling Rockslide. Wow. Yeah, let's kill that. Let's get it out of the way. So we get a little bit of a 2-for-1 there. Otter. Ooh. Tell me more. Tell me more. Hearthstone gets +1/+1 for each creature in your graveyard. Sacrifice another creature. Search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less. Put it onto the battlefield. I mean, that's exceptional, isn't it? And we can't really have that against us. So let's get rid of it now. So our opponent is going to attack in, deal damage, and draw a card. So we're going to go down to 15 already. Meh. Another card we need to read. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power amongst creatures on the battlefield. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on the creature you control. Okay. And this one enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on the target creature you control. Put a 1/1 counter on each. Wow. Lots of decent things going on here. Okay, so let's play out the Tigerilla. And we're going to give it... We're probably going to give it Trample. Actually, let's give it Menace instead. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here is play the Evolving Wilds. Crack it for a white mana. And we don't really want this to be flying because every time it attacks it draws a card. So let's exile this. We tap this. This comes onto the battlefield with a 1/1 token. So now it's a 5/4. This just helps to grow our opponent's cards. So draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power, otherwise put a 1/1 counter on the creature control. So it essentially just gets bigger and bigger. Big turtle, okay. We can beat the turtle, that's fine. We get to get this out next turn, which is nice. Creatures you control with flying have spells your opponent casts. So it doesn't really impact us that much. Okay. I think our opponent has something. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control with flying. Okay, so none have flying, but they've kept something back. I mean, I'm interested in finding out what wonderful cards they have in their hand. So let's go for it. Let's see what our opponent has. Okay, so they give it -2, lose all abilities. I mean, that doesn't really help unless they have something else. Okay, so we use the Farfinder. We can go and search out a basic land. So essentially, although it's only a 1/1 creature, what we are doing is just making sure that we're taking those lands out of our deck, meaning that we're more likely to draw spells. Could be helpful in the long game. Upper gets in for 3, so we can't really block that. Beautiful. Oh, so is this permanent then? Oh, it's an aura. Wow, I didn't really notice that. I mean, what do I do here? I think I just attack in with this. Play down the raptor and pass. So now they can put another counter on again. Are they going to go for the turtle? No, okay. So I'm basically top decking now. Wow. Cheeky. So it loses the menace as well. And pass the turn. Hey Chaos, how's it going? Yes, my friend. It's our first draft. We've got this kind of messy Boros. Oh wow, a second one. Let's see if these work well in pairs. I'm assuming they do. Yeah, we've got this really messy kind of Boros. It doesn't really have a solid game plan. We're just chipping away for some incremental damage at the minute. You know, whether or not it works. So if these have equal amount, do these fire? Yes. So it's a huge card draw engine. So Primal Empathy looks like if you are going to be in this green-blue deck, it looks like it's definitely going to be the one. Okay, so Oppo also has a Skybonder. Mysterious Egg, that's supposed to be quite good, right? Whenever this creature mutates, put a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control mutates, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. So yeah, lots of weird and wonderful things going on. I think it has double strike as long as there are 3 or more instants or sorcery cards. So there are, I believe. Yep. Do we just trade these flyers off now? I think we do. Try and get them out of the way. But be mindful though, this is our only flyer, so we are in a little bit of trouble here. I thought I had reach for a minute then. So we did have a big threat, but our opponent put this mystical subdual on it, which I just thought was an instant, but it is actually an aura. So that's quite dangerous for us. So I think we're going to run out of gas, especially if Oppo keeps drawing 3 cards a turn. They're down to 14 cards, we're down to 21. Oppo gets in for 2. Bear in mind they can mutate this at any time. We are drawing lots and lots of lands. I think we do have to just keep attacking him with the Skybonder. This has got double strike though, which could come into play. I'm almost tempted to use it and just see where we go with it. See what our opponent does in response. It might help to get something out of their hand as well. So let's just go in with it and have a look. Okay, so let's see if Oppo has got something else. Nice. That was actually a big creature that our opponent had. But they will start to put 1/1 tokens on now, won't they? That's interesting. That's a nice little interaction. So now they've put me down to a 3-turn clock. Got a Crystalline Giant, which is a rare. At the beginning of your turn, choose a kind of counter at random. Doesn't have on it from amongst flying, first strike, death touch, hexproof, lifelink menace, reach, trample, vigilance, and a 1/1. Put a counter of that. Wow. So this is going to be ridiculously deadly, right? I mean, we're going to cycle this. It's a bit late to have that now. Lava Brink Venturer. As it enters the battlefield, choose odd or even. It has protection from each converted mana cost of that chosen value. So odd, odd, even, odd, odd. Okay. So we want it to have protection from odd, which could be quite nice. We can afford to get in one more time with this. And yeah, let's pass. This could be our last turn. Oppo could really put the kind of brakes on for us now. Again, they're drawing lots of cards. They've got the card draw engine back, down to 10 cards. Got a flying creature. This has now got vigilance and trample. Nice. Oppo gets in 4. And it's not looking good for us. The Marmoset is cute, but sadly, it wasn't meant to be. I mean, let's attack him with Venturer, I guess. Oh, no. Capture Sphere. Nice, nice. Give him the GGs. Go in with all. I mean, unless I pose... There we go. There we go. So yeah, so it's got a little bit of deck thing, but I think the deck as a whole is extremely weak. Losing that one game put us 30 places up. That's interesting. Okay. So what can we do with the deck? I mean, there's honestly not that much. Honestly, not that much at all. We kind of did cheap out on creatures. The enchantment was actually... Could have been something we could have removed. I might actually go, you know. So what have we got in terms of cycling? 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. So I mean, yeah, it's fine in the late game. Cut a land. Yeah, cutting the land's good, but the problem is we don't really have that much else. So what I could do, I could cut the white and then go for the Light of Hope. But we don't have any other creatures that we can add in. It was kind of one of those really weird drafts. You know when you go back to drafting with people again for the first time. It's one of those ones. I think we did all right, but it's just there is a Man Seville, but I don't really like it. It doesn't seem to. It seems to be a creature we need to mutate onto. We've only really got the Cloud Piercer. We can't actually mutate the Cloud Piercer onto the Skybonder because it's a human. I think you can only mutate onto non-humans. Interesting. I think I might put this in actually. It does provide a bit of an early block for us. And so I might get rid of... I mean, the Crater was nice just to cycle away at the end. Interesting. Yeah, let's keep this Light of Hope on the back foot. It's a card that I don't really think fits in too well. But yeah. I mean, other than that, I think we've just got to jump back in, see where we go with this this draft, and there's always more drafts in the future. Have you had much chance to play the new set yet, Chaos? This is literally these are my first couple of games. I've made a couple of standard decks, so hopefully I can have some time tonight to go over some of those as well, which could be good. I mean, this is a lot better. A couple of 3-drops. I think we are happy keeping. I'm not sure how Boros as a whole is gonna stand up. It's interesting that we're seeing lots of kind of bronze level players. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I updated it a couple of hours ago. I think it went down for like 5 minutes afterwards at some point. Because I had when I came back to actually play it, Oppo's got a cycling card. When I came back to actually play it, it needed to have another update, which is weird. I don't know if it was just a glitch or what. But okay. So yeah, so Oppo's got something that cycles, I think. So it's not too bad for us. Out of these, which is the best? Other humans, first strike. Has double strike. Well, we can't get that online yet, so I think I'm going to go for the first strike. It might scare our opponents into letting us go through. Some fantastic noises for these games. Can splash the lava. Go mining. Tranif Healer. Whenever you cycle a card, you gain a life. So that has cycling, but it looks like Oppo has something else that cycles. Maybe they've got a proper Boros deck. So yeah, let's go in for 2 damage. See if our opponent lets us. I do have a cheat sheet somewhere that's got all the kind of instant spells, but I think I'm happy just to let myself get caught up in it. Okay. What are these 3 dots for? Not sure. I'm liking the new card designs though. It's quite informative, especially if we especially as we get used to them. Now I thought I had a checkpoint officer in my draft, but apparently I don't. Which is fine. Do I trade off the perimeter sergeant for the healer? I don't think so. I mean, Oppo's looking at it as well. Awesome. Yeah, I think Oppo's looking at it, so I will join them. Okay. Okay, so we've got a 2-for-1 there. What was it? Solid footing. Enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 as long as the enchant creature has vigilance and size combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Okay, so it just made it a 3/3 regardless. That's fine. Let's getting lots of lands. Let's go in for another 2 with the Marmoset, and we'll put down the Wolverine. So it's not got double strike just yet. Rogering Crystal. So is Oppo splashing for that blue, or are they just playing it for the cycle value? Being very specific about it regardless. A fight spell of some sort? Okay. That was interesting. Maybe they didn't mean to do that. Target creature gains double strike until the end of turn. I mean, that could be a big hit for us. I've got a feeling our opponent might let us through though. Let's go for the attack, see what they do. Okay, so I think I'm going to... I mean, I think I'd just attack him. I mean, we're dealing 5 damage, which is a lot. And we can pass the turn. I mean, cycling it would give us a slight card advantage, but I think actually this is a decent card in this board. So I'm going to keep it. Okay, Oppo's playing... Does this gain him a life then? It must do. It doesn't. I wonder why they keep tapping it. Because they didn't do anything last turn, right? This looks like they've kind of superimposed somebody's face onto a cartoon. Am I supposed to know who that is? They scored Marshall. So this is a card that we have in our hand as well. Okay, so this might be where the Raking Claws comes in. Could be quite useful for us. So pass to attacks. They're probably not going to go in. Prickly Marmoset. I hope this is an indication that it's actually working to draw kind of newer players to as well. I mean, it looks really good. First strike, whenever you cycle, put a first strike counter on the target creature you control. I mean, I mean, we can play this down. So, do I play it down first, or do I hold it and? It's an interesting one. I think I do try and go through their board as much as possible, though. So let's attack him with both. See what our opponent does. Okay. So I could actually cycle and save this. Or I gain double strike. So I think it has to actually be cycled, doesn't it? So let's cycle it. Nice. And yeah, let's take that down. Kill that. And we have to end the turn. So sadly we don't get our Sanctuary Smasher down. We do want this down as a first strike creature. I mean, obviously it would be nice to use that cycling ability to kind of buff these. But another crystal. Is Oppo... I wonder if Oppo also has the that card that we have, the Inspired Ultimatum. I wonder if they have that as well. But Oppo's left themselves in a bit of a situation. They are going to have to tap one of my creatures, I guess. But then they're just letting me get through for more damage, right? Let's see what they decide to do. Cathartic Reunion. So they ditch the Blazing Volley, which I don't think is a good card. And the Blister Split Gremlin deals 1 damage to each creature whenever you non-creature untaps. Okay, so they get to draw 3 cards now. And bearing in mind they can't tap a creature now, so they are going to take a heavy hit. Unless they've got another one of these. Oh, they've got 2 mana. What was it? It was the Solid Footing. So they might have another Solid Footing. Let's have a look. Pass. Presumably they're not attacking. Looks like they're doing something though. Oh wow, they are attacking. No, they're not. Looks like Oppo's getting used to what the crystals actually do and how they kind of interact and stuff. Now, if they are a new player, they will tap one of my creatures now, which will be incorrect. They need to do it on my upkeep. It doesn't look like they're doing that. Maybe they are. Okay. So I think I can go in for an attack. Is Oppo going to tap a creature? Probably tap the Wolverine if they can. They're not, so we're going to go in. More for me if they have some sort of interaction here. But if not, they are taking 5. Now they could have a counter spell. But I think it's worth trying to play out the Smasher. Beautiful. And yeah, let's use the Involving Wilds now. It doesn't really matter too much. Grab that Plains. So we've got 8, 9 mana, 10 mana out. Playing with, what is it, 16? Okay, so what's Oppo going to do now? They could have the card that exiles one of my creatures, puts 1/1 on theirs. That's definitely something they could have. If not, though, our Oppo needs to play more creatures because we will win next turn if they don't. We've got the Rumbling Rock Slide. Ooh, now I think we do win. I think they can't possibly attack him with this, of course. They've got lots and lots of cycling. Each of these crystals cycles for 2. This Rumbling Rockslide is actually going to be a decent card, I think. I know it is sorcery speed, but still. Okay. So now in response, I think our opponent has to tap the Smasher. Yikes, though. It will mean they take 5. No? Okay. I think we win. I think we get the win here. Oh no, they still can block there, I guess. Oh wow, okay. I think that might just be an opponent being quite new with the interactions, so we can't really take too much from that. I mean, the problem with this being a Boros deck is that it's actually really slow. It's not anything that kind of, you know, to write home about. We do get that first win though, which was nice. What does the gem situation work like? So you really need to be getting to 4 or 5 wins, don't you? I don't think we're going to be doing that with this deck. But it's good to know. I mean, as we learn with the cards and we get to know those cards a little bit better, we will be kind of picking up the wins a bit higher, I think. But yeah, over the next couple of days, definitely going to spend some time getting acquainted with the new cards, trying to see kind of what everything does and whether there's any nice little interactions that we can bring into our game. That's something that I think that's something that we're missing a little bit at the minute. But yeah, let's Rodolfo? Cool. So we're sitting pretty on 68 for the minute, which is nice. I don't expect it to be 68 after tonight's games, though. I expect us to fall very much behind. I wonder if they're going to vary up the. The battlefield, because I mean this is a fine battlefield, but it's not too exciting. Not too exciting at all. Beautiful. Right, what do we have here? I think we're a little bit expensive, aren't we? We haven't got anything to cycle either. We are on the draw though, but we don't know yet how much that matters and whether it's, you know. So I think what we do is mulligan. Much better, much better. Swallow whole. Okay. I think we can get rid of the Wolverine here. Because that's a card that you don't really want until a little bit later. And I think that could actually end up being a bad pick, because we want cards that have that kind of cycling, so that they're good right at the start and right at the end of the games. It gives you variety in your gameplay, and it lets you kind of plan out those moves a little bit further in advance, where at the minute, I think we are a little bit trapped. I am liking this Marmoset though. I think if we do get it into the right deck, it will be fine. So it reminded me about the Sleeper Dart. So it replaces itself. Target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. That's fine. Okay, so let's play down the what are we calling this? A main serval? We'll call it a main serval. But yeah, the pressure's definitely on now when you're drafting in person. I mean, with humans. I think what I'm going to do here is play down the land and go in for an attack. So this is a little bit isolated, being on its own as a flyer. It's possibly not the best deck for it, so we'll have to learn from that. But yeah, no, I used to draft in person all the time, and when you start to draft against bots, you kind of lose all of that pressure that comes to you, in terms of having to draft quickly and not really kind of explain your thought processes as much. But all that pressure is definitely back now, and especially during these early stages where we don't actually know what all the cards do and all the interactions. I definitely think it's going to be something that we have to get used to. But fingers crossed we will. It's not going to be too hard for us. So Oppo has something. They've got the dart, obviously, so it might just be kind of sticking on this interaction here. Beautiful. So it's harder for our opponent to kind of interact with the Jubilant Skybonder. I've made a blue-white flyers deck, which I'm hoping to try out in standard a little bit later on. So what we might do, what does this do? Creatures you control get +2 and 1 until the end of turn. So that's nice. Let's attack him for 3. See what our opponent does with 4 mana up. I mean, there must be something, right? Something that flashes in, or a little bit of interaction there. No, it looks like taking 3. So do we go Marmoset or do we go Gorilla? I think for mana efficiency we go Gorilla and just kind of see what they do. Ferocious Tigorilla. I mean, it does look ferocious. Okay. Oh, Convolute's back. Nice. Okay. Seems fair. Seems fair. So our opponent didn't kind of warrant countering this, so they must have had this previously. So it means that our opponent might have a slightly larger flyer. Maybe we should have gone for the Marmoset. So yeah, they do have the Heron there. Whenever it mutates, draw a card. Okay. That's quite nice. I mean, that's something that you can mutate onto one of your non-flying creatures, right? And try and get those benefits there. So hopefully we'll be able to deal with that when we... so we have another Tigorilla here. Okay. So let's go for that. We could have actually attacked him for 1 there, I guess. Maybe our opponent doesn't know what's in the set as much as we do. And I think we're going to go for a Menace counter. It'd be nice if you could apply this counter to other creatures, but sadly that's not the case. So let's go for a Menace counter here. It makes it slightly harder to block, and Oppo might have to use their Heron to block it. Coordinated Charge does kill the Heron. We lose the Skybonder though, so we might have to have a little bit of a think about that. But Swallow Whole could be really, really powerful for us. What did we say? We said Menace, didn't we? Beautiful, and we will pass the turn. Okay, remind me. Whenever you cycle, tap target creature opponent controls. Wow, okay. That's interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay, so no blockers. So we can get rid of that. It just depends if our opponent has a counter. So what I might do is I might play the Marmoset out first. So these are both odd. That's interesting. Maybe I can do this just to try and maybe get something out of their hand. Because we don't know about the kind of counter situation, right? Because of this dart. Right, so they did have a second convolute. Just remind me, that's target spell. So we were right to do that. So let's go for... additional cost of this creature. Let's cancel that a second. Let's go in for a full attack, Because we've got this vigilance creature, right? Doesn't tap. So we could just, actually, we could just mess this up now. Yikes. Let's go in anyway. I don't think our opponent's going to use this dart like that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And if so, yeah, we may have messed up a little bit. But let's have a look. No, there we go. We got it. We got it. Now, what do we put it on? I think we're going to put it on the Skybonder. It makes it a slightly bigger threat. We've got the coordinated charge to help with getting the Tigorilla through. Well, hopefully if we get another land, obviously. I mean, Oppo's obviously waiting for the sleeper dart here, right? I assume so anyway. Okay, so they go for the sleeper dart. They play it on the Tigorilla. That's fine. I mean, we're going to... Oh, so it has to be here. Okay, okay, okay. So we don't get the choice with that. That's fine. That's fine. No worries there. No worries there.
Hi, Dean!
Oh. Hamhawk, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that. Hope your stream was alright the other day when we jumped in for the raid. It looked like he was having fun anyway. Marshall. Okay. Oppo gets in for 2 damage. We do get the other mountain. Okay. So we can attack. I mean we don't attack in, right? Obviously. I don't think anyway. Although we could lure Oppo to get something out of their hand, perhaps. Should we do it? And if they do have something that's, you know, worthy, we might be able to get something with a coordinated charge. Okay. Beautiful. Drop the marmoset. So whenever you cycle a card, it gets +2. Nothing else has any interactions with cycling, do they? Okay. So we can hit him for quite a heavy hit. A little bit in the next turn. Menace. I mean, this hits him for 4 by itself, so we could wipe our opponent's board. Skycat Sovereign gets +1 for each other creature you control with flying. You can create a 1/1 white cat bird creature token with flying. Wow, okay. Cute little token, I like that. The elemental cat, okay, pass. Do we try and use the coordinated charge this turn? Maybe. Maybe, I mean, it seems like our opponent has something, but maybe they've just flooded out with lands. Oh, we could cycle this. I would like to play it though. What do we think? Do we think we just try and get in and see what Oppo has? I think we do. I think we do. They could just have another counter spell. I guess we'll see if they have another counter spell by the way they block, right? I'm glad that Magic's fixed the bug whereby... Okay, so they get to tap a creature. Whereby if you click off the stream, like if I was to look on like an internet tab or something. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So they get to draw. What do you reckon? Do we go in? Try and wipe some of their board? I mean, it's all creatures. I think we do, you know. I think we do. Let's go for it. Because this cat's not ready to make other cats. It's just white blue. Okay. I am interested in Marmoset. So I think here we do go about saving the creature. So let's go for the charge. Boom. Nice. And the Tigorilla's back up for Menace as well. Oppo can't afford to make a flying cat and do something else. I don't think anyway. They are going for it. So it makes it into a slightly heavy hitter. They could, like I say, they could have another counter spell, which wouldn't be too good for us. Oh wow, though. Mutate. What do you reckon? Do we mutate this onto the flyer? I think we do. Mutate onto... Oh no, we can't mutate onto the flyer, can it? We could have a vigilance creature, though. That could be quite nice. What do we reckon? Vigilance, first strike. On this board though? Menace. I mean, it does protect us a little bit. But I think wiping out Oppo's board is going to be good for her. Let's go for the first strike. Ooh. Ooh, so they do have something. They do have something. I mean, I think we go for this. Over. Now, I don't want to... Oh, I like the way they present it, because obviously, whenever I've seen them kind of the adverts for the mechanic, it's got the other cards slightly underneath, but I like the way it merges it, and it gives these kind of rocky effects, which must be the mutate thing. I need to look at the lore a bit on that, but okay. Swappo's got something. Is it going to be a removal spell? I think it might be, or some sort of tap spell. Either way, we're going to go in. Are we going to get our first scoop of the draft? Ooh. Yikes. Yikes. I mean, to be fair, this has got Menace. So they're going to... Looks like they're removing our flyer. Is this permanent or is this just till the end of... oh, it's, yeah, put a flying counter on it. Wow. Okay. I mean, Oppo needs to block somewhere. They can't block like this though, right? Well, they can, but they can't block with the token because if they do, this dies. How interesting. How interesting. I wonder, I think they've just... I think they've just clicked on that. Yeah, interesting. I mean, it still works the same, I think. I think the sovereign... I think the sovereign thing will die. Let's have a look. Oops. Yeah, wow. I don't think perhaps they could have done it. Could they have blocked any differently? Maybe. But yeah, so we get a second win with the deck. So that's quite nice to see. Beautiful. So we're fighting our way back into it. Have we got packs to open? Don't think so. Well, we'll check later. I definitely didn't pre-order anything, so I shouldn't have. But you never know. Okay. I don't think that Cardboard Live have updated it either, have they? I can update. I can load it up, but I don't know if it's actually up and running. So just give it a couple of minutes and see. Yeah, it's another one of these. I mean, we could cycle this. I mean, we go first, so maybe we mulligan, which is nice. And mulligan and then get rid of the... Whenever this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +X until the end of turn, where X is the number of times this creature mutated. I think I actually like this, but I think what I'm going to do is put this on the bottom of my deck, because giving these creatures with menace and trample perhaps +X is nice. It's a nice little interaction. So we're waiting for Coyote 76340 to decide what they're doing. Beautiful. We're going to keep 6 and we're going to put the Liger to the bottom and play out the Evolving Wilds, pass to our opponent, and on their end step we'll crack it. I mean, obviously there's no real need to wait. Adventurous Impulse. Nice. Okay. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or a land from amongst them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library. So that's a nice little card to have. So there's an element of green ramp then, I'm guessing, in this set. What did they grab? Essence Symbiote. Whenever a creature you control mutates, put a 1/1 counter on that creature and you gain 2 life. So that seems like a really good bear. Okay. And pass the turn. So we're waiting. The problem with this deck is we've got so many kind of big drops that we're constantly waiting for these 4-mana creatures. Cute noise. Okay, so gains double strike. So I think we just pass the turn because double strike on one of these Tiger Gorillas, especially if we give it trample, is going to be good. Okay, 2/4 vigilance. Nice. We could kill it, of course, but I think... Ooh, nice. I think it's worth getting the Tigerilla out with a... This one I'm going to give a trample token to, because if we can get the Raking Claws on it, excellent. We've also got the Rumbling Rock Slide, which could deal with the Goriak. This seems to be using all the adverts for teaching about mutate though, so that's interesting. Okay. Do I hit the Rock Slide now? I think I do try to. Let's go for it and see what we get. Okay, so it doesn't look like our opponent has anything. So let's attack him. Deal that 4 damage. Pass the turn. Beautiful. Marmoset. Could cycle away the Marmoset with the Cloud Piercer. Looks like Oppo's going for a mutate. Each opponent discards a card. What? And what else does it do? So it's a 5/5. Yikes. I mean, yeah, that's quite scary, isn't it? Do I just play this down as a block? It's got Menace, though. It's got Menace. I mean, I could get him for 8 damage here. Let's give this trample as well, and let's attack him for 4 because we've got this double strike. So I am very interested. If we get another mana, we do technically have the win. Each opponent discards a card whenever a creature you control mutates. Have this creature assign damage. Okay. Do we go with the double strike trample? I think we do. Should we try it? I mean, it could be a complete wipeout for us, but then we do have backup. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. Why not? Oh, wow. Okay. That would be excellent for us. Could get a complete wash out there. But, no, let's go for... yeah, so we give this double strike here. And when you cycle it, put a first strike counter on a target creature you control. I mean, we could cycle this. Yeah, I think let's go for it. Let's cycle this, and we'll put this counter there. Beautiful. Nice. So we get to save one of these Tigerillas, and we get to deal enough damage there, taking down one of their big creatures. So what have we got? We've got First Strike, we've got Trample, we can make it into a 5. It's all looking good for us. Oppo's playing out more lands. What have we got here? Just a 4/2 Raptor? It's not that good. It's not that good. Oppo's splashing white. Nice nice card that they've got here. So I'm assuming there's a triome for each of the... Oh, wow. Oh, is this the... Does it fight it? Cheeky. So this deals 2. That's interesting. What do we reckon here? I could just play down a 5/4. I mean, it's big enough, right? Let's go for it. We don't really need to cycle. We've got oh, it looks like they've got a removal spell for it though. Maybe we should have played down the Raptor. But to be more mana efficient, right, we do need to make this play, so I'm happy with that. Dark Bargain. Look at the top 3 cards, put 2 of them into your hand, and the other into your graveyard, deals 2 damage to you. Okay. So this could indicate that they could have something that's quite small. And if they do that, then the flare could be good. We could be hitting for 5. Not quite yet, though. Not quite yet. So this looks like a nice addition. Let's go in with a 5. See if it hits. I'm assuming it's not going to. But like I say, I'm not entirely sure what our opponent could have. So looks like they could have some sort of flash removal-esque thing. But yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I mean, they've definitely got something. It could have cycle. I think we've just got to try and hit it and see what we can do with it. Looks like we're getting 5 in though. Wow. And now we're going to go as wide as we can with the Marshal. Get that 2-for-1 in here. So create the 3/3. We create the token. And now realistically, our opponent has to play 2 creatures. Or remove one of ours and play another creature. Or wipe the board somehow. They've got 4 cards in hand. Oh, hello. Return a number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. I mean, yeah. Nice. What am I supposed to do there, chat? What am I supposed to do? I mean, yeah. So... Kill the Raptor. Kill the Symbiote. Gain that 2. We'd only be trading this for this, so I don't think we can attack. That is an excellent card that our opponent played. Wow. Eerie Ultimatum. I mean, that's a game winner, right? I mean, how are you supposed to beat that? Late, if they'd have left it any later, that would have been huge. This Whisper's come back a few times. Does this make it fight then? Return to the battlefield when you do it fights up to 1 creature. So they've had this back a couple of times now. Do we trade these 2 off? I think we do. I think we do. Or at least we try to anyway. Because then we get a Raptor. Hopefully next turn. Wow. Nice. Lifelink as well. Yikes. Chat. We are in trouble. We're in trouble. Another Dark Bargain. Wow. I mean, we're going to try and thin our deck a little bit. But I'm honestly a little bit unsure what we're doing now. I mean, this has got lifelink. We needed that. We needed that 1 mana exile thing. But sadly, it wasn't meant to be for us. We would have definitely played it on the Cloud Piercer. Frenzied Raptor. I mean, the Frenzied Raptor is fine, but it's not anything to write home about. Oppo's got a perfect mana base as well for this Eerie Ultimatum. What a card! What a card! Has it got? How do we look at the ground under our feet is a record of every slight against the world to be avenged at a time of its choosing. Nice. Okay. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy a target artifact. That's a creature, it's Fox. Okay, it looks like an artifact. That's fine by me. But it's a 5/5. Wow, nice. Oppo, an Antelope Lizard, cool. Oppo's going to go in with the Whisper, I assume. We've got a couple of tramplers. Now this, you may have this creature assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess so indeed. I think I go with the Cloud Piercer here. At least it's a 1-for-1 then, right? I haven't missed anything, I don't think, from anything else. Okay. Just gonna keep getting creatures down. I mean, it's not helpful for us, but there might be a way we can fight back. We just need to. What else in our deck? So it's a Swallow Hole. Oh wow, wow. They've cast it for the proper. Oh no, they can't cast it for blue. So what does this do? Put that card into your graveyard and shuffle your. Did that work? I completely missed it. If it did. So we've got our own Wayfinder, which we can play down. And yeah, again, we just need to pass the turn. Because we don't have any creatures with trample, so that could be a little bit of a trick that we've missed there. Nice. So then they get the... What did they get the trigger for? Yeah, they get it from this, don't they? The 1/1 counter. Gain 2 life. It's all good. Okay. Is this something that we try to double block? I think it is. Oh, they haven't fixed that. They haven't fixed that error then, have they? Okay, let's see. I mean, if they do have another counter putter on, that's perfectly fine. It's nothing we can do. It looks like they do though. Against 1 for 3. Sensational. I mean, yes. Yikes. Okay, we need to pass. It's good when we're on the offensive, but we haven't got nearly enough at the minute. See what our opponent's going to do here. So they, I mean, they should just be swinging with everything, right? You assume. Past the blockers. Beautiful. Yeah, let's give it a go. They can't have something else, can they? I mean, okay. Looks like we're going to be just dealing damage appropriately. Nice. So we get to keep this vigilance creature. My turn, I guess. My turn. What do we have? We have a 2-drop. Okay, so we have a 2-drop, a 5-drop, a 5-drop, and a 4-drop. I mean, it's going to be odd, right? And pass the turn, I guess. Cycles, but cycling doesn't help us at the minute. So we pass the turn. But yeah, it's a very, very tricky game. I mean, we were on top and we were 1 turn away from winning until... That's very loud. What was that? We were 1 turn away from winning until our opponents get this back for the 3rd time. My turn. Okay, beautiful. So we do have the Wolverine, which might be quite nice for us. I mean, it looks like our opponents are stuck as well. So protection there. We could... I mean, we do need more. We do need more down. Okay. And so what's this? Double strike. Let's pass the turn. Oppo's down to 10 cards. We are still... What are we on? 16. Pass. And I'm assuming pass to my turn. If they do attack in, I think it indicates that they've got something. We don't have anything that kind of activates with cycling. And I kind of guess we want to keep the coordinated charge. Swallow whole. I mean, that's going to be excellent if our opponents ever do attack. Yeah. So I think what we do here is just pass. I don't want to use the coordinated charge defensively. But, you know, it might be that if we can stick a 1/1 counter on this through Swallow Whole, that might be really nice. I mean, the issue is this has Menace and Lifelink. But Oppo's down to 9 cards. They are going to have to do something soon. I'm assuming that, I mean, the bombs in their deck have been huge, right? So there's been the Miss Offers Brokos. I'm just going to murder all these names. Eerie Ultimatum, which was huge for them. This was exceptional. And they've got this, and also they've got this. So they've had 3 rares. So maybe they won't have anything more. Okay. What do? Do we take this? Do we take it? Save losing a creature? I think we do. No blocks. Pass the damage. I don't think our opponent had anything at instant speed there, right? I'm not sure though. Let's see what they're thinking. So my turn. So we do get the Liger back. Whenever this creature mutates, others get +1. Okay. I mean, let's see how this goes first. Let's try and take this off our opponents. And what do we want to tap? So that's converted mana cost from odd. So they've got even there. That would be going in as a 4. We do get this. No, I think it's got to be the Wolverine. So we'll tap that. Nice. So do we play this down as a 3/4, and then we've got more creatures to attack in with next turn, potentially using a coordinated charge? I think. I mean, vigilance. Vigilance is fine. Vigilance, protection. No, I think we'll just play this down for its normal. We're not a huge mutation deck, and I think keeping the coordinated charge is going to be nice. So let's end the turn. It gives us more creatures as well. So remember, that's going to be an extra 3 damage. So I think we're happy with that. Actually, it's going to be more. Technically, it's going to be extra 5 damage because it buffs both of the creatures. Are they really bringing these cards back again? Wow. Link, Reach, Trample. Wow. Okay. I mean, what do we do realistically? Do we attack in and try and get a blowout? The thing is, so 5, 5. I mean, this has got double strike, so that would be 12, so 17. I mean, so technically it would be, but that would mean they'd have to not block anything, right? Vigilance and vigilance, I guess. But what if they block that on that? It doesn't really help us. I could just attack him with these. Convert mana cost from odd. So what's this? This is even. Double strike. Do we wait? Do we wait? Interesting. I mean, I could try getting some. Could try getting some trades here. That could be good, you know, because if we do get trades, so they only down to 8 cards. Let's go for it. Why not? Okay. So that's 1 win. I mean, it's not ideal, but let's go for it. That'll put us down to 4. We keep most of our cards. They do have lifelink there, but maybe I should have gone in. Maybe I should have just attacked him with all. But then all they have to do is kind of block with this, and it just becomes it becomes messy because they then start to gain life, you know. Maybe it was wrong. Time will tell. But remember, if they do gain life, we are coming back on the swing with a with like 8 power from the Wolverine. They scoop. They really did scoop. So now we do get our first scoop in the cone of the night. We go back down to 36. This is probably the best we've been. Boom. So we actually weathered a huge storm there. Our opponent was, what a great game that was actually. A very long game as well. I thought that with this set the games were going to be over a lot quicker than they currently are. So maybe that's something to bear in mind. Maybe the games aren't going to be as fast as we first thought. So we do pick up those 3 wins. So we're back up to 1,000 gems there. So getting the 4th win would be good. We've only got that 1 loss so far. And this is our first kind of attempt. So it's the Boros version of the deck. Okay, Buddy the Berserker. I mean, this is lovely, but this has happened a couple of times now. I wonder if Wizards have been tinkering with the. I wonder if they've been tinkering with the shuffler. I mean, I hope not, because it was fine. He's joking. We got to mulligan again, sadly. Okay. So we're gonna get rid of. I mean, what do we get rid of here? So we definitely keep 5. We get rid of the flare. I mean, do we get rid of Swallow the Whole and then just cycle this off straight away? I think we do. Give them a hello. We can cycle end of their turn, right? So let's end the turn. Pass to attacks. So that's one thing about the cycling, I guess. It does get you kind of back into the game a lot quicker. I have missed it as a mechanic. It can allow you to keep hands which otherwise you possibly wouldn't be keeping. Nice. So I think this is actually an absolute bomb in this set. We're gonna take to the skies. I mean, it gets a new. I mean, how are you supposed to beat this? I think this is a complete bomb. Because look, our opponent's going to go in with a 4/4 vigilance creature that we can't block. Or we can, but it's not going to be fruitful for us. So what do we go for actually here? I think we don't attack in and we go for. And we go for a Marmoset. We go for a Marmoset, just hope it doesn't get first strike. Try and defeat it straight away. So what we really need is one of those rumbling... What are they? Rumbling rock slides. We've got 2 of them. So at the minute we've got a 7% chance of grabbing one. That would kill it. So we've got 2 of those. It doesn't tap because it's got vigilance now. So we can't even get it with the swallow hole. Menace. Okay. So we've kind of... Oh. I mean, our opponent's definitely going to have something, right? I feel this is wasteful, but equally I don't... I think no blocks in this occasion. Give us one more time to get that rock slide. Wow, okay. So they're going to mutate, they're going to create a beast. Okay, I mean, I think we try and get another basic land card out. And pass, no blocks. What's he got now? Maybe our opponent is just trying to throw it away. What do you reckon? Should we try get it out of the hand? If they have got something? The reason I'm not blocking with this as well is because if I do and they haven't got anything... Okay, there we go. So it would have blown out... Well, it wouldn't have blown out all the creatures. Not with that, but if it was just like a 1-1 counter or something, it would have eaten this as well. But yeah, I think... 3... Oh, so this... I mean... I guess this is fine. Ooh. So we're going to go for odds. Although Oppo could have a convolute or something here. If they have, they should be firing it off straight away. They might not be paying attention. Beautiful. Okay. So let's say no attacks. We're down to 9 life, which is not good. Okay. Let's see what our opponent does in response. Now they're getting... Ah, they got Death Touch. Death Touch is fine, right? Because it doesn't assign damage. Am I right there? Let's have a look. Let's see what this does. Something else from Oppo's hand, perhaps? Prevent all damage. It will be dealt this turn. What? By creatures your opponent controls. Yeah, we are... I mean, does this count... Does 0 count as even? Wow. I mean, that looks decent, right? Flying, vigilance, mana, yeah, that's... I mean, all that's good, right? Yeah. GG. I mean, we did start off with 5 cards, but I don't think that's an excuse there. I honestly just don't think we had the win at all. I mean, as soon as they got that giant down, perhaps I should have blocked earlier on. But you've got to think that they've got those kind of... They've got the mist spell and they've got the kind of 1-3 pump. So, awesome. So we went 3 wins, 2 losses. We kind of predicted a 3-3. Hopefully we do get the extra win though, because that'd be quite nice. It would kind of see out the first draft quite well. And yeah, so I'm hoping to record quite a few videos tonight. We're going to do at least 3 drafts, I think, and maybe some standard as well. We've got a couple of decks made up. Skywalker. Still haven't seen the last Star Wars. I know that's really bad, isn't it? Cycling for 1, cycling for 2, rock slide. I mean, yeah. Evolving Wilds is decent. It'll get... Oh, there we go. That's nice. So let's crack this. We're going to go and grab ourselves a red. Okay. So before we play anything, let's have a quick look. So we've got a cycle for 1, which might be quite good. What do we think? Do we play that? I think we do. We're going to play it at the end of our opponent's turn. Yeah, I think that's going to be best. Okay, so pass to attacks. Oops. Ooh. Is our opponent a little bit strapped on the old mana? 100% we're resolving it. Beautiful. My turn. Okay, so I would have liked to have saved this just to get a little bit more information, but I don't think I can afford to. So let's pop this down. Oppo's likely to have a odd card next, right? So let's go for that. Pass the turn. Can I get double strike? Rock slide is nice. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oppo. They're going to have to discard. Hate picking up the wins like this, but, you know, if we can push forward and get those wins, you know, sadly, we have to. We could mutate, but I don't think it's worth it. Momossert, trample, 4-3. I mean, that's what we're going to be wanting, isn't it? So let's hit him for that. And then we go for the double strike. Beautiful. The trampler, sorry. You may have this creature assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. Okay, so Oppo gets in with the swamp. So we've got the coordinated charge, perhaps. Double strike is going to be nice though, right? Because it gets us in for 11 damage. I think we do play out the double strike next if possible, because... Oh, I draw 2 cards. Okay. Maybe we don't then. Maybe we just get another creature out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorcery speed. Draw 2 cards. So it's a 3-mana divination, right? Oh, nice. Okay, so we're gonna hit him for 7 here, and then we're gonna play down the gorilla. And I think this will, if we give it menace, I think this wins us the game. Oppo's dead on board. Even though we didn't have the fastest start, Oppo was really slow. I'd be interested to see what mana base they've got. It looks like they're splashing for something that's... Put a trample counter on a target not... Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Now, can we win with this? So 5. Yeah, we can win, I guess. They can't block this because it's got menace. They can't block this because it's 3, so they can only block this. And we go for this, and we give them the GGs. No. Okay, we get that win. It's a little bit of a shame because our opponent obviously didn't have the mana, but they did stick around to take the hit. So yeah, we'll take that win. I mean, it's all about getting those gems back, right? In the first instance. But it would be nice to see what kind of bomb our opponent was splashing for. So we're up to 4 wins, 2 losses. It's not too bad for our first draft. I mean, I think the deck's quite poor, but we'll have a look at it, have a little bit of a debrief when the draft is done. So hopefully this isn't going to be our last game, but it is to kind of take us over into the 1600 gems, which will see us kind of back to a decent starting price. Let's have a gander. Okay, so again, we are a little bit shy on mana. We don't want to get stuck with this deck, so I think it's actually a mulligan, sadly. That's a little bit better, and we can get rid of, I think here we get rid of a plains. And yeah, jump in. So let's go for the first plains. So we've got the several, then we go in for the sergeant, and then hopefully we can go in for the next for the wild bonder, proud wild bonder. I mean, somewhere, right, there is a trample deck in this format. Search your library for a card named Whisper Squad. Put it onto the battlefield tapped. Interesting. I think we go in here, right? Yeah, seems good. We could be mutating soon, actually. Trample. Right, I know this was kind of into our draft, but let's have a read of it. Enter battlefield, create a 1/1 human soldier. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Yikes, okay. I mean, yeah, let's go for it here. We've got the raking clause just in case we need it. Maybe they're going to double block here. I think that's fine, but I think we do go for the raking clause. I think it's important that we keep as many creatures as we can. Yeah. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Whenever you cycle a card, tap target creature. Okay. Do I go in for the mutate here? Or do I try and just trade these off? And get another creature down with trample? I think we go mutate and just attack him. And then discard a card. Draw a card? What do you reckon? Yeah, why not? Let's try it. This one on top. Let's discard the Marshal and draw. Okay, but that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I'm happy to attack him with both here. If Oppo wants to trade off, that's fine. Boom! We're getting with 8 damage there. Oppo's taking a little bit of a battering, but let's go in again. They might have something else. But did they play anything that turn? Did they? Okay, interesting. Is this going to give them some sort of death touch, or? Looks like they've got something. Wow. Wow, okay. If you don't control human, you lose life equal to toughness. Okay, so they control a human. I mean, that's good in a human deck, but... Exile a target creature for 2 mana? Seems cheap. Seems very cheap, but I'll... wow, yeah, I mean, go for it. Go for it. So they get a 2/1 for me there. That's a little bit why that mutate mechanic's not as good. But we did get in for 8 at one point. So, I mean, Oppo is going down slightly. The day squad Marshal might have been a good keep now, though. Thinking about it. Let's have a look. Oppo could have another cycling card, of course. But this is a nice card to slow things down. But if you are behind, how do you... Okay, so yeah, they've got that. Okay. The gorilla is nice. Got 1 turn of turn, I guess. Let's go in with both. Why not? Why not? Try and punish our opponent a little bit. Yeah, we'll. No, I think we do want to kill that. Assign damage as though it won't block now. Beautiful. And then we'll grab the Tigorilla, and we'll put a menace counter on it and end the turn. So what do we actually have? Footfall Crater's been nothing for us really. Lava Brink Venture has been really strong. Shame we can't mutate onto it though, because that would be awesome. Spellbeater Wolverine, so we've got a second one of these. Jubilant Skybonder looks quite nice. Marmoset. Okay, so let's try and go in with the Tigorilla. They probably have something. In all fairness, but let's have a look. Yeah, they must have something here. Let's get rid of the Whisper Squad. to an indestructible till end of turn. I mean, yeah, take it. End the turn there. Sanctuary Smasher, first strike. Imposing Vantasaur. 3/6 Vigilance with cycling. We've already cycled it once, right? Okay, so Oppo is very much slowing the game down now, which is good for them. This card's actually not too bad, you know. Right, let's pass the turn. If they hadn't have played that, we'd have got in with a perfect Marmoset there. First strike +2, okay. Now, of course, Oppo doesn't know that we haven't got a cycling card, which is worth noting. Coordinated Charge is nice. Okay, so what do we have here? Bastion, Sanctuary Lockdown. Humans get 1/1. 2 tap 2 untapped humans you control. Tap. Okay, wow. Lots of text there. Let's get another Marmoset down. Got some good blockers. Yeah, and pass the turn, I guess. Wow. Wow. Lots of sacrifice synergy here. I wonder how many Whisper Squads they've got. We'll find out. Oh. None? Only the 2? Pass the turn. Oops. Oppo went with it. I'll give him the sorry. 22 cards. Plays a lot more. 22 actually. Another Day Squad Marshal. So they've got a really strong human deck. They've kind of got these. They've got these like Lord lockdowns. I mean, let's go for it here. See what our opponent's got. Interesting. Evolving Wilds and pass the turn. Oppo's up, keep, we end step, sorry, we I mean what are we supposed to do? I think we do have to keep. I think we'll block with those just in case they've got a +1/+1. But we will hit with the Marmosets first, of course. Unless Oppo can kill one of them and then they get a. Ooh, okay, that's not good. Another die attack. Is that 2 they've had? Wow. GG's. Oppo's giving me the GG's already. I mean, they've certainly got the game, but bit cheeky. Let's go for it. Another red. Come on. Come on, let's get something big down. My turn. Oh, we need to have a target for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then what have they got? It's got some sacrifice synergy type things. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to keep playing, see what they've got in the deck. But it looks like that's going to be us. 4 wins, 3 losses. Another bushmeat poacher, okay. No, we didn't have enough to do both. That's fine. Okay, we're getting the GG's. And we will concede. Oppo can have a scoop there for us. Okay, so let's have a little recap of that deck. I mean, it was our first draft. By no means did it go perfectly fine. But we got those 4 wins, which is nice. We recouped the money that we kind of spent. As you can see from the draft, we didn't have any other creatures that we could kind of shoehorn into the deck. This would have been nice in the last game, but I don't think, from what we've seen, I don't think it's worth playing as a whole. The first game, we could have used it as well, I guess. We had a Sanctuary Lockdown, but it turns out we didn't have enough humans. Raking Claws came in a couple of times. It was nice. Footfall Crater. Now, we didn't use this. I guess it would be good in kind of bigger, like tougher decks than what we had, but certainly not for us here. Swallow Hole is nice, but you do need to have a creature out. Man Several, it's fine. It's fine, I guess. What was good, I really like the Rumbling Rock Slides. And the Zenith Flare came in a couple of times, which was nice. Farfinder is useful to kind of getting those lands out of your deck. Skybonder really wasn't the deck for it. I would like to see a blue-white Flyers, though. Wolverine was nice. The Double Strike came in a few times. Marmosets were so-so. Frenzied Raptor, negligible. We didn't really notice it. Lava Brink Venturer, really, really useful, actually. Came in a few more times. And it would actually be perfect. You know, if a Popper was using a companion deck or something like that. Like that said, you know, you only play odd cards or something. This would be perfect in there. Try and bulk it up in some way and just keep swinging him. Day Squad Marshal was nice. Huntmaster Liger, we didn't get to use its mutate ability, but it does have a nice little bit of toughness. Cloud Piercer, decent card, as was the Sanctuary Smasher. So yeah, I thought the deck was fine. It did need a lot of work though, and hopefully we can do that in the next draft. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching us. If you're on Twitch, give us a follow at @_Dean. And you can catch us on YouTube at Our Gaming. We upload drafts most days. We've certainly been doing that for the last couple of months, and we've been getting really good feedback. So try and push and get us to 100 followers on there. That would be really great. Thank you very much, and I will catch you again soon.